Hey guys. I guess it's a good morning to everybody. My name is Nosi. I live and work in England. I'd like to introduce you to my morning routine. So, please Google the benefits of a charcoal. So, I've been in South Africa and I've been having tummy problems. So, my morning routine today, I don't do it every day. I do it when the need arises or every other day. So, will be just to detoxify my body and to cleanse it from any poisoning of food. This is good even for ulcer and also for removal of toxins in the body. So that's how my routine starts. Secondly, anything that has having seeds, flax seeds, chia seeds, is healthy. So I'm not a breakfast person, but I need to take supplements. So I make it a habit that I don't take, because it's winter where I am. I cannot be sick, so I have to take your vitamin C and zinc and everything. Your let me sip your this because it's cold. So I'm gonna quickly introduce you to my morning routine. Great. So I usually take a cup and take some few spoons of okay, it's African to do that, of a fat-free natural yogurt, Greek style. Now we call it many things. And then I put a little bit of flaxseed, just something like a spoon. But now I'm lazy and I'm running out of time. I have to go quickly. And then I'm putting this. Also Google their benefits. And while I'm doing that, I would like to inform you of how I was chased by the police on my way to Heathrow Airport, because someone called the police on me and reported me that I'm drunk on the road. That's a joke because I don't even drink. And this person just doesn't like African people. So, even though where I am, the majority of people know about other races, accept other cultures, but you will still get the extremist that hates the foreigners who will do what these people have done to me. I was with a friend then driving to Heathrow Airport around Christmas time, and when we reached the roundabout, we hesitated, and because it was the first time that I'm driving to Heathrow. And more than the fact that it was the first time that I'm driving to Heathrow, it was also the first time that she was driving to Heathrow. And we saw this white car, and we saw this man being angry at us, because if we hesitate in the cycle or roundabout, just pass. You know the road. You don't have to show road rage. It wasn't enough for him that we ignored him because he hates people of other cultures. He had to call the police on me, and for something like an hour, I was chased by the police. I was not even aware that I'm chased. let's continue. So I'll continue with this video. Okay. Even professionals, because we work in a multidisciplinary team, there are even professionals who don't like you. Most of them are kind, most of them embrace other cultures, most of them are civil and mature, most of them practice emotional and intellectual intelligence, but you would still find those professionals who would treat you different, who would discuss you with families behind your back. And there was an incident where I was in a meeting with two professionals, different professionals. Then they collided with a client or with a service user to report me. But the laughable thing is both of them don't say the same thing about me, or even though they were in the same meeting, to prove that this has been put together. And for me, what was serious was that they discussed me with a service user who has her own mental health problems, who has her own social challenges like drinking and so forth, who also have her own challenges with her low self-esteem, who built a story around it. And because my manager also, even though she's saying she embraces other cultures, but I don't think so, the way she reacts always tells me that she's not really trusting you as a professional, embracing other cultures. For an example, I had an issue with one service user where I work who called to report me. Again, usually they do it as a defense mechanism so that they buy time in their current situation. So when she reported me, the response from my current manager was, I will investigate her. She tried to pull the same stunt with another LA because she was moving to another LA. The manager who has been getting to know me from that side, reading my reports and getting to know me, her response was, I read reports, I know what is going on, and I know that Nosi haven't said this. I commend her for doing that. So what I'm trying to say, the majority of the people are good, are kind, embracing of other cultures, but you would still find those few who do not embrace other cultures. Guys, enjoy your day. Take care of yourself until we talk again. Bye. Continue with the story of me being chased by the police because I was drunk. I saw the police and I continued driving. I haven't done anything wrong. But they were not stopping me. They were, you know, the blue lights. But they were not stopping me, which is what I explained to them, that I didn't see the reason to stop because you were not stopping me, but you were just following me. And we were talking about it, even when that man threw a big tantrum and a hating tantrum to us, we saw him. So up until I say, let's stop in the garage so that I relieve myself because it's been a long distance drive. So we stop in the garage, then the police follow us, and then they stop next to me. Then I'm like, okay, what the hell? I'm in trouble now. So they come, and then they say, hello, ma'am. How are you? We were informed that you are drunk and you are driving all over the place in the road. So citizens have called to report you. And then me, I'm like, okay, let's rectify one thing. I first laugh it off and I say, I don't even drink, by the way. So I can't be drunk. So I know exactly what happened. When we were reaching the roundabout, we doubted the road because sometimes the GPS will mislead you, so we doubted. So because we doubted, we were not sure if we were going left or right. That irritated the driver behind me, and it was worse when he noticed that I'm African and it's Christmas. I guess he assumed that I was drunk, or it's just his hate. This happens a lot for me as a foreigner. I've been to many countries, and I would notice that people would say I'm not a racist, but their actions would show how much they hate people of other cultures to an extent of reporting them. And in London and in places like Tamworth, there were recent incidences where African people were made uncomfortable, were attacked. It was a serious issue. So for me, I told the friend that I was with that's something that I suffer a lot on in practice, which I experience it a lot in practice, because in my practice I work with families here, and while the families might be 19, two of them will be showing me an attitude which is like, how dare you come and talk about the concerns you have about my family? Who do you think you are? And to an extent of reporting me when I call them into order and I say, please don't talk to me like that. Then they would report me, and they would exaggerate the story to, when you see, when it is a defense mechanism, when a person will counter transfer what they are feeling, would be saying you are like this, whereas it's them who are feeling that way about you, then they would say, I said this, I said they are useless. And I didn't say that, but I just said, learn to know how to talk to me. Do not talk to me anyhow. So I would be reported. But I commend the police, because when I was reported in this issue, they followed me. They collected evidence. They brutalized me. Sometimes here we get managers who are judgmental, and then they won't even give you a chance to tell them what has happened, but they would decide you are wrong, you've done it. What happened to every story have two sides. So they brutalized me. That was a little bit embarrassing, but they apologized later. And for me, I don't take it personally, but I would like people to take note of this, that though in this country they say they hate racism, it's not acceptable, there are still people who do it. There are